Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great...
You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Heartland Championship here for men's soccer from Transylvania in Lexington, Kentucky. This game is sponsored by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. With 5 central Indiana locations, Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermakers Local 374. Representing skilled workers across Indiana, discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric. Spark with confidence, your trusted electrical partner since 1986. Wheeler Mission. Helping our neighbors in need since 1893 thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing. Building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA. The Build America Union, Half America Strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunity. Take a short break here.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
A senior from Mexico City, Mexico, number 1, Rodrigo Gutierrez Olvera Gonzalez. A freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 2, David Betts. A senior from Frankfort, Kentucky, number 3, McLean Barber. A junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 11, Miles McMillan. A senior from Evansville, Indiana, number 14, Carter Marks. A freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 18, Gavin Yearwood. A senior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 19, Alex Farias. A sophomore from Mainville, Ohio, number 24, Andrew Pavlisco. A sophomore from Burlington, Kentucky, number 26, Cole Hubert. A junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 42, Andrew Beck. A senior from Mexico City, Mexico, number 47, Patricio Campos. The assistant coach is Henry Retker. The head coach of Hanover is Matthew Wilkerson. And now the starters for Transylvania. A senior from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, number 00, Jackson Holt. A senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 3, Leo Bill. A junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 5, McKay Wheatley. A junior from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, number 7, Cole Varela. A senior from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, number 10, Dylan Barnes. A junior from New Albany, Indiana, number 17, Gus Dickman. A junior from Troy, Ohio, number 20, Ethan Gudorf. A senior from Newcastle, England, number 24, Nathan White. A senior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 25, Parker Tuma. A freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, number 30, Gio Chavez. A sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky, number 34, Angel Montiel Ramirez. Goalkeepers coach is Drew Grisham. The assistant coach is Diego D'Angelo. The head coach of Transylvania is Ben Federici.
Well, it's the Heartland Championship here from Lexington, Kentucky at Transylvania. It's Transylvania and Hanover. Sean Shepard alongside Chris Schumerth here from Lexington. And Chris, looking for a good one tonight. Two high-scoring teams in the HCAC.
Well, they've been the best two teams in the league all year long. It's definitely who you want to see in this matchup on this night. They played a few weeks ago. Transylvania got Hanover 2-1, so I'm sure Hanover remembers that game. Hanover was in this championship game a year ago, and they were not able to close out. So a very hungry side for Hanover.
Looking at that previous meeting, Hanover scored first in that game against Transylvania back on the 22nd. So 2 straight goals from Transylvania, and they were able to take that game 2-1.
Yeah, and both of these teams have multiple guys who can finish up front, who can score, who have racked up assists. So it's not a one-man show in the front for either of these groups. They're deep. These coaches have succeeded at high levels. Matt Wilkerson for Hanover has been in the NCAA tournament 3 times previously. This Transylvania team leads the conference in shots, goals, assists, and points, so they're rightly the number 1 seed tonight. But really an interesting matchup, and I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, Transylvania over 3 points a game, over 3 goals a game. So, but looking at Hanover, they're led by Patricio Campos, senior mid, I should say, 16 goals, 6 assists, and that leads the conference in goals this season by far.
Interesting to notice formations before they start. So Transylvania, a strong 3 in the back. Hanover showing their midfield strength. A lot of guys in the midfield to start. Be interesting to see how the shape develops as the game goes on. But formation can tip a little bit in terms of strategy.
And Hanover with the ball first. Fighting back and forth. Now, these two teams are on hot streaks right now. Really good records coming into this match. 15-4-2 for Hanover. Transylvania 14-2-2. Both teams were a little bit less than that a season ago. 9-5-5 a season ago for Hanover. 9-5-4 a season ago for Hanover. And again, second straight year that they are in the Heartland Championship game. Again, lost last year. Hanover did to Anderson.
This Transylvania team's won 10 in a row, and they only conceded 3 goals during that time. So really tough defensively as well as being difficult to deal with up front.
Let's talk about the goalkeepers for the day. Starting off with Transylvania, you got to look at Holt for Transylvania, an 0.76 goal against average GAA, which is remarkable.
Hanover pushing the tempo early, trying to be aggressive on the offensive end. One thing to note, to your point about the goalkeepers, this is a very odd stat given where they are, but Hanover has the lowest save percentage in the conference. And so what does that mean? Well, first of all, they're probably playing a lot of offense because they're succeeding at such a high level if they don't have a high save percentage in the back. But something to watch as the game goes on.
There'll be a throw-in for Bill for Transylvania. It's actually Barber. Be a throw-in for Tuma for Hanover. Hanover.
A lot of bunching early in this game. And again, I think it speaks to, the importance of the midfield. Winning the midfield will probably result in the winner of the game. But, yeah, a lot of – you look out there and everyone's kind of together during that little segment there. And
will be a foul against Trancy. So first we've seen, kind of Transylvania first having the possession a little bit more in the first few minutes. Not a shot taken yet in the first 3 minutes of the match.
Another thing notice that sticks out on the conference stats is, oh, wow, no foul there. There was a lot of contact. But it was kind of two ways, so it would have been interesting to see what they called. But
slides back right to Hanover.
This Hanover team fouls the second most in the conference, so we'll see how physical this game becomes.
And these two teams, not the best of friends, had a red card in the last match. Back on the 22nd, so seeing if things could potentially get chippy between these two rivals as well. Something else to keep an eye on.
I drove by Hanover Avenue on the way over, which I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. You would have thought they might have changed the name for tonight's match. Hanover clears.
Talking this week with some coaches, Matt Wilkerson for Hanover talked about, really wanting to play the game in their offensive side of the field. Of course, that's easier said than done against a team like Transylvania. And Ben Federici for Transylvania really emphasized the importance of pushing the tempo, owning the pace of the game.
And again, it's kind of Transylvania having control of the offense the first few minutes of the match. Not a whole lot of opportunity so far for Hanover. Still not a shot taken by either team yet. That was last touch by Transylvania, so Hanover will take a goal kick.
So again, to talk a little bit about formation, one of the things I noticed here is Transylvania seems to have three in the back, which can be dangerous, or it might mean just how much you trust those guys. Of course, those two in the middle are going to play a lot of defense, but really playing a three-back formation for Transy.
Wow.
And you see the physical nature of this Hanover team right there.
Barely stays in bounds. I thought that ball was out for a second. Now here comes Hanover, a chance to get something started on the offensive side. Not a whole lot of time spent on the other half of the field for Transylvania.
Well, in a game of this importance, this magnitude, I wouldn't be surprised if there, the level of aggression will pick up as the game goes. You have to kind of start with don't make a mistake out the gate and find yourself in a 1-0 hole and the conference championship with an NCAA tournament appearance on at stake tonight.
Transylvania clears it away. Hanover's trying to get something started. Just some nice defense from the defenders of Transylvania. So the winner of this game plays in the Division III NCAA tournament. A season ago, Hanover won the 3-2 thriller over this same Transylvania team. With a very entertaining game, a 3-2 score. But then, again, Hanover falling in the championship game a season ago to Anderson and penalty kicks. So how does Hanover, is that on the back of their mind? The loss a season ago in the championship game, and again the loss earlier this season to Transylvania. Both those on the back of their mind, trying to get some revenge for both of those.
Yeah, I mean, they have no shortage of reason to be motivated tonight. Other than just, they're playing in a conference championship, and again, the winner goes to the NCAA tournament. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be true for both teams, but Hanover, a little more to prove probably. And, there's a certain kind of pressure, too, for being the 1 seed. So we'll see, how that pans out for the remainder of the game, especially if Hanover's able to keep this thing tied or get a lead at any point.
Transylvania beat Bluffton on Wednesday 2-0 to be here tonight. On the other side, Hanover, get the right schedule first of all. Hanover beat Rose-Hulman in Hanover 2-1 on Wednesday.
Now Rose-Hulman conceded the fewest amount of goals of any team in the conference, so that's a big and important and an impressive win for Hanover at that stage.
Well, here's a challenge for Transylvania: is they've only had one match or a couple of matches this season. Actually, no, they've had no matches this season in which they have not scored a goal. So can Hanover hold Transylvania to its first scoreless match of the season, or does Transylvania continue its red-hot offense where they average over 3 goals a game?
Got to look a moment ago at how dangerous Andrew Pavlisko can be for Hanover up front. A little bit of an opportunity there on the right side. Solid defense responding, but yeah, he can definitely do some things up front for them. Again, they have multiple guys who can. He scored 8 goals, 8 assists this season.
Now an opportunity here for Hanover. Slightly being slowed. For Hanover, they have not had a whole lot of matches either in which they were scoreless. They had one against Indiana and then one against Kenyon.
Yeah, you can't hold the one against IU against them too much. Obviously, different levels.
And let alone IU's a powerhouse in Division
Yes.
I, let alone having
different
to
types
play a
of
Division
athletes.
III school. And
Yep. That was, if I remember right before these two teams matched up, or right after.
It was 5 days before.
Yeah.
Because they had a match in between that against Manchester and Hanover, in which they won 3-0, and then before losing to Transylvania 2-1. Throw in. An opportunity here for Hanover.
Oof.
Still an opportunity for going wide right.
I'm sure that's not the last time we'll see it. Hanover just let us know that they will use the long throw tonight.
Yeah, Hubert had a really nice throw in.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna see that again. And Hubert, another one of those guys who can be dangerous for them. 3 goals, 6 assists on the season, so a guy who can find people. We saw one way there that he can find people, but I'm sure he's good with his feet as well.
Official shot for Marks. Again, going back to some of the games that Hanover has had, playing Indiana, you know, how much can you learn from playing a team like Indiana? Oh, an opportunity here. An opportunity here, saved from Hanover. It's Gutierrez.
So to your question, you know, there's a lot of reasons those games happen, but if you're going to try to apply it to, you know, your team's character, I mean, one of the things that they do is humble you, hopefully. And so you don't have an outsized sense of how good you are, how invincible you are. You know, and that's the way life is in general, right? There's always someone better than us. There's always someone worse than us. And there's plenty of things that we have to work on in the meantime. And so, you know, if I were the coach of a game like that, that's what I would try to emphasize is, look, like, we just gave up 8 goals. Yeah, it was a team that we expected to be very good, but yeah, there is something that in our team's character that we can take away from it.
Now, I've mentioned the amount of goals that Transylvania scores per game, over 3 a game, but they've had games in which they've scored 5, 5, 5. They even had one against 11 against Franklin College. So, again, this team not very unfamiliar with scoring.
We just missed it almost, but a really nifty pass there from Andrew Beck in the back to get that opportunity going forward for Hanover. And by the way, this Hanover team is suddenly possessing quite a bit here, so that's interesting. Again, they're the 2 seed. They're the team that lost the game a few weeks ago, but they're finding ways to keep the ball on their feet. And now we'll get another long throw probably.
From Hubert again. From just outside the corner. An opportunity here.
Those long throws, you know, if you've got a thrower who's good enough at it. Ooh.
Here's an opportunity here. And it's saved from...
I think he got hit in the head. He took a shot in the head. I don't think it was malicious, but...
So they'll stop the clock here at 31 even.
Probably have to evaluate him. So those long throws, they kind of function as a corner kick if you're doing it right.
Mm-hmm. Clearly not intentional, going for the ball. He'll stay in. Appears to be just fine. Probably precautionary.
Sometimes when something happens in a athletic competition, you just got to first check and make sure everything works.
Here comes Hanover again. Again, it's been a little while since Transylvania has had the ball on the offensive side. Yeah, the first 7-8 minutes, it was really all Transylvania trying to get a shot. And here comes a foul on Transylvania. Taking the blunt of that.
Referees counting off the 10, and I imagine we'll get something on an angle trying to find a head of one of.
It's Chala.
Kunal Chala. It's a freshman.
No, it's not. It's actually Campos.
Oh,
the one looked like a 7 there for a second. Wide right. Holt.
Patricio Campos, another one of those guys for Hanover that can just do so many things. 16 goals, 6 assists on the season.
He's probably the most dangerous player in the conference.
Scored both goals against Rose-Hulman.
He's had as much as 4 this season against Bluffton. And Hanover has it again.
You have to feel really good about this start if you're Matthew Wilkerson, because the ball just hasn't been on Transy's side for a while.
Which is what you want. Here's an opportunity, almost a backwards kick, just cannot get the angle on that.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get a bicycle attempt there for a moment.
Transylvania will just clear it out. Nice kick
played
from Gutierrez to find his teammate deep in the territory of Transylvania. It'll be a foul on Hanover. So McMillan officially with the shot on goal.
Again, you see the formation difference as Transy possesses it for a few moments here. Hanover with 4 in the back.
Now can Transylvania get something going? Can they finally get a shot going? Been a little while for them.
Early soccer matches, a good bit like chess. Just trying to
get the feel of the game.
Make some, just identify a weakness. Is there a player that we can attack? Is there a side that we can attack? Is there someone who has a tendency to foul at the wrong time?
Some nice defense though
like
from
that
Transylvania,
right there.
although they're going to call a foul. Yep, they'll call a foul on Transylvania.
It's one of the things we've seen early on in this game from both teams is just, you know, if there's a player with his back trying to keep the ball, he's probably going to get more than a nudge from behind.
Already the 4th foul on Transylvania. Again, deep in Transylvania territory. And Transylvania trying to clear it. They do. They have an opportunity here. What does Transylvania have? Some nice stoppage from Hanover.
Now we're going to see what kind of long throw Transylvania has.
Looks like Wheatley. It's hard to tell from the other side, but
yeah.
I saw number 5 there. Just going to be a simple pass in. You can call a foul on Hanover.
I think it was just out of bounds. Yeah. This will just be a throw in. Yeah.
And another kicked out for Hanover. You know, they haven't really tried the long passes so far. Now Hanover has a chance to clear it. It's Hanover again, you know. You really felt like the last 12, 15 minutes of the match, they really just had mostly control of the ball. You know, that a lot of shots on goal, which is not something that is uncommon whenever you see these two teams play. In the match earlier in October, Hanover actually outshot Transylvania. So, you know, had a lot of offense, and so just not able to get the ball in the back of the net.
And that's where those little things are going to make a difference. Who not just finds the opportunity, but who converts the opportunity. What's the goalkeeping play like? One of the things that Ben Federici said for Transylvania this week, thought it was really interesting. He says, it's going to come down to doing the basic things at an excellent level. The basic things, you know, receiving the ball, making the right pass.
Which so far you feel like Hanover's kind of been doing so far. But for Transylvania, it's really haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to do that.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I mean, it's really surprising to me, not because Hanover's not capable of that. And you see a
that's
dangerous
just
ball
over.
There.
So a shot for Betts.
But what's surprising about this start for me is, you know, this Transylvania team's been dominant for the last month. And I don't know, maybe it's a stretch to say they're getting dominated right now, but they are getting outplayed right now. And that can change on a dime in a soccer game for sure. But
you know, you could play better than a team for 89 minutes of the match, but if you had that 1 minute, which you somehow find a way to get something going and score a goal, that could be the match.
Soccer, a lot more than a lot of sports in that respect. One quick counterattack by the team that isn't dominating possession sometimes. Ooh, another dangerous cross there.
But you gotta like how aggressive Hanover's being so far. You know, even on the out of bounds, although that's going to be going to Transylvania, but on the out of bounds throw-ins, they've been throwing the long ball, and it's really almost worked out a couple of times.
The sophomore Andrew Pavlisco for Hanover is giving Transy some trouble. He's sent multiple balls across the middle that had the potential to be dangerous. They haven't been able to convert anything yet, but you know, if he continues to do that in the game, that will not be good for Transylvania.
We're about halfway through this first half. Still 0-0. But again, if you're just joining us, it's really been Hanover really controlling the offense here the last 18 minutes of the match. The first 5 minutes, it was really Transylvania that had the ball on the side of the field, but and here's another opportunity here for Hanover. Can they get past? Can Yerwa get past it? No, they cannot.
That's a nice job there by Parker Tuma, the senior defender for Transylvania. Just let that ball go out of bounds while you're shielding the offensive player from it.
Passing ahead. They calling in offsides.
Yep, looks like it. Usually you can get that from the side official before the center official. How can you miss those checkered flags?
It's hard to. They really stand out.
The neon yellow.
Almost matches a jersey. Hanover has it again. You know, if you are Transylvania's head coach, Ben Federici, what are you saying? What are you thinking right now? And here's another opportunity here for Hanover. It's Bill. Hanover still has it, but Transylvania not in as much danger now, although that can change on a dime.
It's interesting. That's McLean Barber, who was trying to press the issue there for Hanover. He's listed as a defender, but he's playing pretty far forward so far in this game.
Last touch by Hanover.
I would have liked to, the defender fell down there. I would have liked to have seen him continue to press forward and try to cross, cut it back to his right foot and cross it, serve it. But yeah, I think he could have kept going there.
Couple substitutions. Haskins checks in for Transylvania. So that's the only one. Last touched again by Hanover. But if you are the Transylvania head coach, before there was an opportunity for Hanover to score, if you're Transylvania's Ben Federici, what are you thinking right now about the way that Transylvania is playing and the fact that Hanover's really just been in control the entire game?
Well, for one thing, you don't panic. You know, they've been in a lot of situations this season and they've come out on top, you know, way more than they haven't. So, you know, it's 0-0 at this point, and they're probably going to find an opportunity, their opportunities, and they have looked pretty decent. And here it is again when they do get the ball to the front. And that may be about Hanover's defense as well. That may be where they have the advantage is Trancy's forwards against Hanover's defenders.
And that's last touched by Transylvania. So another opportunity kind of diminished before you know it. Another substitution.
Substitution for Hanover.
For now, this doesn't mean that the whole game will be like this. And either team can win a game like this, but Hanover's possessing, and Trancy's trying to play solid defense, both one-on-one and as a collective group. And then they're trying to counterattack when they do win the ball. And some of these counterattacks, they do look dangerous. So you can win a game like that. I'm sure that Transylvania wants to have the ball a lot more than they have it right now. But I'm sure they're also familiar enough with Hanover that they probably knew that Hanover has the capacity to play like this.
As you mentioned, you look at Hanover, they've had been on offense a whole lot of time this season. Just a little bit too far, and will be Transylvania's possession. And could this be something here for Transylvania? Some Transylvania fans thought that ball was out. Wanting a corner kick, just not quite out enough. It looks like it was awfully close, but we can't tell from up here.
It's Barber who saved it. Nicely done. And he saved it toward the middle, which is always dangerous, but right to the feet of his teammate, which is what he needed to do.
Coming on, number 28, Stone Work.
As we see some substitutions here for Transylvania. Another thing that Federici said this week is he's proud that he plays an average of 21 guys a match. So they will sub.
And that's not necessarily, and that's actually a pretty good thing because it shows that they are deep, but it also gives their stars a whole lot of rest and just get fresh legs in whenever they need to.
And soccer, not exactly a sport known for, high levels of substitutions, and in fact, at some levels there's limitations on it.
What's Transylvania have here? A little bit too far ahead.
Nicely played from the left side there. A little bit maybe of a premature or miscommunication because he didn't have a target, but not a bad idea.
11, Miles McMillan.
I think Haskins was the intended player, but just a little bit too far ahead of him. Transylvania yet without a shot still. Hanover with officially 3 shots on the match. You mentioned Hanover's Matt Wilkerson in his 15th season has made the NCAA tournament 3 times, 2016, 2019, and 2021, and actually made the Sweet 16 in 2021. And actually doesn't come from too far away when in his coaching career as well. Was also an assistant right down the road at UK.
Yeah, and that just he knows what it takes to be here in this moment, but he also knows what it takes to move on to the next steps.
So it's a homecoming for him because he also went to Kentucky as well. So back in Lexington, looking to go to the tournament for the first time since 2021. It's Barber. What does he have? Campos. I'm surprised to see Campos only with a shot. He is a dangerous player, and here's an opportunity here. Header just over the goal.
Those can be soccer is also a sport where fluky goals get scored, and whether it's off someone's foot or off someone's head, if you catch the goalie in the right position, those high arcing balls can be really dangerous. If the goalie's off their line or something like that, that can become a goal, even though it didn't look like good or natural. Ooh, yeah.
And
they didn't call. Ooh.
Looks like a missed call.
Players reacted immediately, and I know why they did. It looked to me from here like his hand was out, kind of off. It wasn't right on his side, so I would have thought he would get a call there.
Hanover again. Transylvania trying to stop Hanover on the offensive side. Now this could be a counterattack. Nice stop from Hanover. They're gonna. Nope, no foul on that one.
Ooh.
And wide right for Cantos.
There you see Campos' confidence at least, because he did not have a lot of space or time to react there, and his reaction was just, I'm going to launch this thing, see what happens. Not anywhere close, but I'm sure he's capable of striking from there.
You know, it's Hanover just kind of been in the right place in the right time here in this first 32 minutes of the match.
Yeah, I think if you're Transy, it's the concern isn't so much that you're getting outpossessed, although that's true. I think the concern is that Hanover seems to have a little more pep in their step right now. They seem to be winning 50-50 situations more often than not.
And they seem to be comfortable as well.
Mm-hmm. They certainly seem to be playing like they believe they're going to win tonight.
And they're going to call a foul on Hanover.
A little bit surprised by that one. A little extracurricular after the call.
It's like a discussion. Between the team captain Campos and one of the officials. So free kick here.
Oh.
An opportunity here, but it's stopped by Gutierrez.
The reception of that pass by Stonework with his back to the play in order to turn, and his ability to turn and then make just a really clever pass there, which didn't end up connecting, but showed again the dangerous nature of Transylvania's attack.
And now does that start something for Transylvania? Because now all of a sudden they're, seem to have a little bit of a pep at the moment.
How about that name, though? Stonework.
Again, it's Hanover again. But now it's Transylvania trying to get closer to Hanover's goal, and for the first time you can kind of say that they're getting closer to where they want to be, although that won't go out of play, and now that more substitutions in for Hanover.
Substitutions for Hanover. Entering is number 15, Mateo Soto. For number 19, Alex Farias. Also coming in number 9, David Snowden. For number 18, Gavin Yearwood.
A couple of substitutions for Hanover. It's Soto and Snowden. Mateo Soto and David Snowden for Hanover. And Hanover will have the ball again. Well, how does he just trip over the ball? They're calling a foul. It's like a foul on Hanover. Is he tripped potentially?
Card opportunity. Yep.
Yep. Yellow card.
Trying to catch a number.
Yellow card on Hanover. Number 34, Omar Dizdar.
Yeah, it's on Omar Dizdar.
Senior forward.
So what does Transylvania have in store? A couple of headers.
A good example of what I mean in terms of just hustle, because that ball went straight up in the air after the first touch, and no gray shirts moved toward it, and Hanover is able to clear that with the head relatively easy in a situation where, you know, it should have at least been defended.
Almost out. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first half, still scoreless. They're going to call another foul on Hanover.
Again, Hanover second in the league in fouls.
There looks like there might be an injured Pioneer on the field. So the clock will stop at 9:04. So what does Transylvania have here? Do they have a chance for a shot? Actually, they do. The question is, will they get one?
Yeah, pretty deep here. So I imagine, again, you're trying to find one of your teammates angling in.
Yellow card on Hanover coach Matthew Wilkerson.
Oh, did not see that. A yellow card on the head coach of Hanover, Matthew Wilkerson. And here's Hanover again. Able to stop a potential attack from Transylvania. Their defenders have just been on one today.
There you see a little more of what I mean from Transylvania. That's JT Roden's hustle. Suddenly he's flying around. Energy has to be managed in soccer because there's so much running. Oh, good pass.
And here's an opportunity here. What does Transylvania have? Wide right. But the first official shot of the day for Transylvania, and there's bets on the field.
It's Nick Haskins for Transylvania, who has the opportunity on the right side but just misstrikes it. Here's another look at it. Such small margin for error. It's like hitting a baseball in that respect, like to strike a ball well versus to strike a ball errantly.
So Betts runs off the field under his own power. There'll be a goal kick here for Hanover. And a
substitution for Transylvania. Coming on, number 9, Josh Carr.
So replacing Betts.
JT Roden.
Actually, replacing Roden, I should say, is Carr for Transylvania.
It's a beautiful pass that started that one to Nick Haskins. Really good find. Even though it doesn't work out, again, that's something you file away in your head. You're like, okay, can we find that look again?
And Hanover will clear it out. We're getting the ball back. Now here's Hanover again trying to attack. He'll be stopped by Holt.
Doesn't end up looking that dangerous, but again, you know, really 50-50 situation. Ultimately won out by Hanover to be able to even just get that cross in front of the goal. And there was no one there. But at some point in this game, someone will be there.
And that one goes out, last touched Hanover. You mentioned how Transylvania first in the league in shots, goals, assists, and points. Again, just one shot today officially.
JT Roden, replacing number 9 Josh
Only
Carr.
one shot on goal in the entire match so far.
And that was McMillan on Hanover.
Which I'm not that surprised by that statistic in a game of this magnitude. You expect the defensive units to be really solid.
The last season's championship between Hanover and Anderson. Penalty kicks were the deciding factor. First half just about in the books. You know, we got 5 minutes left here in the first half, and Hanover has it again. What does Transylvania have?
Good find.
Right idea, just looks like offsides.
That call initiated by the side official. Center official wants to talk about it first.
Being offside, so an opportunity here for Transylvania to get a shot on goal.
Officiating in soccer different than most sports in that respect. Center official has most of the authority in the match, but definitely relies on the side officials for calls like that that are kind of out of his area.
They have here header just over the net.
Wanted a corner kick. Thought it was deflected. Here's another look at it. Yeah, I have no idea. Even with another look.
You know, it's hard to tell. If it hit anything, it was another head. It was just so bang bang, it's hard to tell. Now Transylvania trying to start something here. The second shot of the day for Transylvania. It took them about 30 minutes to get the first shot going. Now they've had two in the last 10 minutes or so. And a nice stop from Transylvania.
Hanover wants a foul, of course. There was contact. I don't know if it was a foul, but
substitution.
Substitution for Hanover. Coming on number 10.
Again, that was dangerous territory for Transylvania, but again, their defenders playing pretty solid tonight. But you got to wonder how many opportunities Transylvania can give up before Hanover finally takes advantage of it. They're calling a foul on Transylvania.
I think you have to call that, but it was a light touch. Came from behind, and it did impact the play. But I see why Transylvania is protesting too.
So now an opportunity here for Hanover.
Referee sets the defensive player. The defensive player takes 2 steps forward, sets him again. He takes 2 steps forward. The ref sees it. He's not amused.
Campos was actually wanting the official to have him adjust, but in almost as a sense of it's not worth the fight. Holt stopping the opportunity from Hanover.
It's a pretty good ball by Campos, maybe just a little bit further out for some of his teammates. Another look at it. Nice job by Jackson Holt coming out and getting it.
Last touch again, Transylvania. So again, Hanover has the ball where they want it. Looking to get another opportunity here before the end of the first half to see if they can get another shot. This could be something here. Campos. Oh, an opportunity here was deflected. Should be a corner kick. Oh, it won't be a corner kick. Thought it was deflected.
Down the last 2 minutes of the half here.
Here's an opportunity for Transylvania.
Ooh. Sometimes it's just as dangerous to send it skidding on the ground as it is to to launch it into one of the top corners.
Also,
here's another look at it.
Gutierrez kind of backed off at the very last minute once he saw it was going wide left. So that way, instead of a corner kick, it's a goal kick.
And if that's on target, it probably gets saved, but it doesn't get fielded cleanly. And so that becomes a great rebound opportunity. Didn't happen, but that can happen in a situation like that.
Just over a minute here. Now Transylvania with some numbers. What do they have here? Transylvania, the pass over the head. And will save, so kind of a missed opportunity there. But now Transylvania still with the ball, under a minute to go here in the first half.
If you're going to cross that, if you're going to serve it, instead of shooting it, which I think he could have shot there, that ball has to be on the ground. You can't overshoot everyone in that situation. It's way too good of an opportunity.
Oh, a little bit of contact, no call on Hanover.
Yeah, a little jersey grabbing.
What does Transylvania have here? Oh, an opportunity here was deflected. And it's cleared away. 15 seconds in the first half. Who does Hanover have an opportunity
10,
here?
9,
1 on 3.
7.
Yeah, the odds
6,
were not good.
5, 4,
this should end the first
3,
half.
2, 1.
This is that last play for Transy. First shot gets
And
deflected.
score between Transylvania and Hanover.
That'll end the first half here. No score here at halftime. You're watching the Heartland Championship here on HCAC TV.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Mostly doing their jobs. And, you know, this one's going to come down to who converts an unexpected opportunity.
You know, what do you say for both these coaches right now?
Well, if you're Hanover, you build on your possession, and you feel good about that part of your game in the first half, and you want to continue that in the second half. If you're Transy, I think they need to do a better job of competing for 50-50 type situations, even if that means rising to the level of physicality with Hanover. But also, you notice some of those seams in the defense that they found late, and you try to find ways to exploit those again.
You definitely saw Transylvania starting to get their offense and starting to get some stuff working on the offensive side. We'll take another short break here. Come back with an interview with the Assistant Commissioner of the HCAC, Grace Schott. We'll hear that right after this. We're watching the Heartland Championship here on HCAC TV, empowered by IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Chris Schumerth back here on HCAC TV. We're at Transylvania for the HCAC Men's Soccer Championship. It's 0-0 at the half. I'm here with Grace Schott, who is the Assistant Commissioner for the HCAC. Grace, as you guys have events like this, I'm sure you want to see the student athletes competing well. You want to see a fan base that's having fun. But what sorts of things make this a success for you guys?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day for us, what we live for, and we say it all the time, is the student-athlete experience is what's the most important to us at the HCAC office. So coming to Transy today, seeing our banners, seeing everything be set up and ready to rock and get to hand out some hardware at the end of the day is what's the best part, and getting to honor our athletes.
I'm sure you have been to a number of athletic contests across a number of sports this fall, probably some football, some volleyball, some soccer. What have you seen? What have you noticed? And what went well this fall?
Yeah, the HCAC is very competitive. We're doing great in a couple different sports. I was really fortunate to pop over to volleyball here at Transy today. They're doing great. We start that tournament this coming week. And we're doing well. We're doing well across a couple different fronts. On the football side, we have our bowl game that's coming up this fall, which we'll play in Canton. So we're looking forward to that, where we get to celebrate two of our football teams. And then both on the men's and the women's soccer side, we have had some really great tournaments, a couple different upsets, which was really exciting for us to see and get to see some good competition. So we're looking forward to a great evening here and also a great evening over in Terre Haute for Rose-Hulman and Hanover.
Say a little more about this bowl game. Who gets to play in the bowl game?
So for the bowl game, it is the second place team there's 4 different conferences that participate in it. It's the HCAC, the North Coast, the Ohio Athletic Conference, and the President's Athletic Conference. So the second ranked team, or the highest ranked team left, that doesn't make the NCAA tournament. So everyone gets their automatic bid, and then some people might have at-larges, but the highest ranked team remaining gets to go and play at a bowl game in Canton, Ohio at the Hall of Fame Stadium. And so it'll be based on MPI matchups, so the best top 2 teams will play, and the bottom 2, or whoever's closest in MPI, will play. And it's a really fun day. We did our first one last year. It was our inaugural one last year. Hanover won against Wabash last year, and so we're looking forward to another year of that.
So the administrative office for you guys is in the Indianapolis area.
Yeah.
You had a nice little drive down here to Lexington, Kentucky, just like I did. But in the office, during the week when you're not out at matches like this one, what kinds of things are you working on right now? What are some upcoming priorities?
Yeah, we're working really hard right now with all of these championships going on. Month of November is kind of crazy. We go back-to-back 4 weeks in a row, so that's always keeping us busy. I have the pleasure of doing all conference awards in our office, so that voting and nominating and everything is wrapping up for each sport. So again, the highlight of my job and what I get to do every day is honoring our student athletes. And so that's a really fortunate part of my job, but a busy part. So we're in that middle of that voting and everything, and those awards for soccer get released this coming week. So getting to honor those athletes is the best part for me right now. Keeping me the most busy, but the best part.
Well, before I let you go, I want to know one more thing.
Sure.
Do you get to hand the trophy to the winning team tonight?
I sure do, and that is the best part of being able to be out here and getting to hand away some hardware to some really deserving student athletes.
Well, we'll certainly be watching. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
This is HCAC TV. We'll be back soon with the second half.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt.
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt.
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Second half action just a couple of minutes away. Sean Shepard alongside Chris Schumerth. And Chris, what are the keys for both these teams in the second half?
Well, if you're Transy, you have to find a way to win possession of the ball a lot more than they had in the first half. You can't score if you don't have the ball. If you're Hanover, I think, you feel really encouraged about the first half, and you want to just keep doing what you're doing. Keep possessing the ball and keep finding those opportunities. It looks like they want to work from the wings from both the right and left side, but maybe especially the right side, and just trying to get those serves across and hope it finds the right foot or header.
You going over some more stats here. Both teams with 6 fouls. Not overly surprising for Hanover. They are second in the league in fouls, but for Transy to have not had the greatest defense today, and really not having the greatest game overall in the first half. Something's got to change for them. They showed a little bit in the end of the first half, but you got to wonder if they can continue on here in the second half.
Yeah, Transy's going to have to play to the level of Hanover's physicality. On the other hand, late in the half, Hanover had a player and a coach carded, and so we can watch those developments into the second half and see whether that becomes a problem, either for those two individuals, and it was Omar Dizdar and Matthew Wilkerson, or for other players. You know, does chippiness come from other players in a way that can cost you?
Yeah, a couple of yellow cards. There is only one official yellow card here, but there was two. There was one by the head coach of Hanover and Matt Wilkerson, and there was another one on Dizdar, Omar Dizdar, from Hanover as well. No yellow flag so far for Transylvania, but you got to wonder, the more this game goes on, how much more chippy they're going to get.
Yeah, these two teams know each other, and Hanover, it seems like, always plays physical soccer, and if you're Transy and you're not possessing most of the time, how are you going to find a way to win this game? And you're going to have to play physical soccer if Hanover's playing it.
Second half just about to begin. And a couple of shots, or one shot on goal the entire first half. It was by McMillan of Hanover. Campos only with one shot the entire first half. But again, for a team that leads the league in shots, just 3 for Transylvania. So that should just show the type of game that Hanover is playing, in which they really had control of it for most of that first half.
Again, you see from the formation here how far forward Hanover wants to play. Their whole team, except the goalie, kind of in one quarter of the field.
And, you know, that almost looked like a kickoff in football. But second half underway. The Transylvania first.
Yeah, whatever they were trying to do, he overshot it.
So what does Transylvania have here to begin the second half? And what does Hanover have as well?
With a lazy pass and a missed opportunity for Hanover.
Although they fight their way to get the ball back. The first couple minutes of the half. Still trying to figure out the vibe of the half, really, because a soccer match can be a tale of two halves. What type of adjustments did Transylvania make? And how does Hanover finish the opportunities that are given to them? A little bit of contact. Going to call a foul on Transylvania.
Yeah, McKay Wheatley was getting frustrated there by just the shielding that was taking place. There's not a whole lot you can do sometimes in that situation.
So Hanover here with an opportunity. They have possession of the ball around midfield. In that first half, so I would see Campos have a little bit more action closer to the goal. There he is now with the ball. Again, probably in the running for HCAC Player of the Year for men's soccer. So here he is, an opportunity for Hanover. Slowed.
You mentioned the Conference Player of the Year. Dylan Barnes for Transylvania was the Midfielder of the Year a year ago.
A foul on Hanover. Not a whole lot of offense so far for either squad. It's kind of how the first half started. It was really Transylvania in control for like the first few minutes. Contact. No call. Now Hanover an opportunity here.
Again, that started with McLean Barber just winning a 50-50.
They have here, pass a little bit too far ahead, but a shot just right.
Trying to catch a number, but Hanover player doing a really nice job there of kind of trying to get his body fully turned so that he could get that ball redirected. He had to start by going away from the goal to even get to that ball. Doesn't quite get there, but nice attempt. And that was number 47, Campos.
So that'll be the second shot of the day for Campos. 20 games and 16 goals. That's an average of 4/5 of a goal per game. That's a pretty good average.
And again, he's got 6 assists too. So creating things even when he's not scoring sometimes.
And by far the most points. Total of 38 points. The goal is 2, and assists is 1 when you're counting for points in soccer.
And that's for statistical purposes, not anything that has to do with the scoreboard.
Throw in here for Transylvania.
Again, Hanover there is the aggressor on that throw-in.
Again, some of the passes, Hanover just there at the right time. A nice pass ahead. What do they have? And end up being Transylvania's ball.
Good example of that Hanover physical soccer there, because it's at the end of the play, the ball's out of bounds. Here it is. That's Pavlisco. Ball goes out of bounds, he's getting shielded. Make sure that his opponent ends up on the ground. Could have probably been a foul.
Again, you've seen so far the same thing we saw most of the first half.
Yeah,
they're going to call a foul.
And that was 24 on the other side. That's Nathan White, who gave the forearm after the ball was gone. That's a pretty obvious call for most officials.
Barber took the worst of that.
He may have also exaggerated it, but.
Now here's Transylvania, an opportunity. Nice pass.
Little overlap here.
What do they have? And that should be a corner kick.
It'll be the first corner kick of the game. Here is another look at it. Just a diving defensive play there. Ball goes off Hanover, and Transylvania will get a corner kick.
Looks like Bill kicking it in, and it's cleared away by Hanover.
Oh,
you should have seen White running. If he had, you should have seen Pavlisco running. And
great hustle. That almost created a huge problem.
Yeah, if he would have had the ball, there would have been real issues for Transylvania. And now it's Hanover again.
Something I didn't expect. I can't imagine that Transy is surprised by Hanover's physicality.
There's a goal
nice
attempt.
Shot.
Nice stop from Holt.
But I think I'm surprised by how uncomfortable they seem to be in playing with that level of physicality.
And here they are again. You got to give Campo some credit, though, because he had a defender there that he kind of took out of the way.
They wanted a foul, but I think I like the no call there. Just two players competing for the ball in the air.
And if anyone had the contact, it was on Campos.
Soccer being a weird sport that, something like that can really shift a game, because you got two competitive teams going at it for high stakes, and then, one penalty kick can determine the game.
That'll be last touched by Hanover. Transylvania here with some music wide right. Was it last touch, though, by Hanover? It's a corner. Wheatley kicking it in.
So now we see after 50 minutes of soccer of no corners, and Transy gets 2 of them, they're going to go short.
And Hanover again. Now here's Transylvania. Shot. Nice stop from Gutierrez.
Great serve.
And last touched by Transylvania. Take a look at that stop again.
Nice job by Gutierrez to come out and
Substitution for Hanover.
And get that, because that could have been a real problem.
Marks, going off number 12, Brandon Seabaugh.
And to have the sense like this isn't one I'm going to catch, so I need to just punch it as far as I can.
So a couple of opportunities from Transylvania. Did not end up in a goal. A couple of corner kicks. Not officially a shot taken. Now here's some physicality going on here between the two teams. Last touched Transylvania. Ooh, just steals it from right behind him, but then Hanover gets it back, and they're going to call a foul on Transylvania. So now here, Hanover a chance to get the ball deep in the territory. What do they have here? Still an opportunity here. Goal! Goal! For Hanover!
What a great finish. That's Pavlisko. He's been a thorn in Trancy's side all night long, and you see Transy kind of huddling up and trying to rally their own troops, but just a great, great finish. Here it is. Here's another look at it. So it starts with a set piece. And comes off a ricochet. Just a turn, one-timer from Pavlisko into the lower left. And again, we talked early about just, who's going to find a way to convert a unexpected opportunity. That was such a bang-bang play. Came out of, seemingly out of nowhere in this game. But a perfect strike. And as you pointed out earlier in the game, Hanover struck first the first time these two teams play, so we'll see what kind of response Transy has in them during the second time.
The 9th goal of the season for Pavlisko. And the ball actually hit off a cameraman, so Transylvania will now looking to even things up. And now if you're Transylvania, you have to be much more aggressive.
Yeah, we've talked about how Campos hasn't maybe influenced this game as much as we would have thought, and that might be because of the kind of attention that he's getting from the Transy defense. But sometimes that opens up opportunities for other people, and so far, Pavlisko has been one of the beneficiaries of the attention that Campos is getting.
They call a foul on Hanover. Looks like they're going to let that go to see if there's going to be an advantage, but a foul by...
I believe we got a card as well. And you could see the response of the Transy bench over there. They were not thrilled with that interaction. We do have a player who seems to be slow to get up.
Yellow card on Hanover, number 3, McLean Barber.
So the third official yellow card of the match. 2 by players, 1 by Hanover head coach Matt Wilkerson.
Sometimes in soccer, physicality is like a way to make up for a skill gap or deficit. But I don't feel like that's the case with this Hanover team. This Hanover team is just aggressive. They play aggressive soccer. That was, that foul was worse than maybe any other in the game. Ooh, we got more contact there between the goalie and both of them are down.
Just a collision. This could be big for Hanover because Gutierrez is slow to get up. And they're calling a trainer.
Yeah, they're waving for help.
So clock stops at 13:14, 1-0 Hanover. Take a short break here. 1-0 Hanover lead. You're watching the Heartland Championship Men's Soccer Championship here on HCAC TV and powered by IndianaSRN.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Gutierrez stays in the game. 1-0 Hanover lead here in the second half. Sean Shepard alongside Chris Schumerth. Still waiting to see. Still waiting to get back in action here.
Little discussion between the officials on the far sideline. I think they're maybe talking about whether or not they're going to let a sub on. And they do.
Hard to see the number 9, it appears, for Transylvania, Carr.
Substitution for Transylvania coming on, number 9, Josh Carr.
It is Josh Carr. Hanover again. Trying to clear it a little bit. Uh-oh, an opportunity here. Nice kick from Marks.
Yeah, that was Carter Marks with just a really skillful play there defensively. Here's another look at it.
Could have potentially saved the goal.
I will say it was also a dangerous play because he's got his feet up in the air there. If there's contact, you potentially have it would be an indirect kick, not a penalty kick, but still a dangerous part of the field to make that move.
So again, Transylvania trailing here 1-0.
And you pointed out a few minutes ago that Transylvania is going to have to up their aggressiveness, and I don't know that we've seen that yet, but that's definitely right. They're going to have to be risky in a way that they would rather not be.
Well, the question is, will Hanover allow that? Because they've been playing aggressive themselves and very physical.
I think that play that we just saw in the front is an example of the kind of aggressiveness that they need to show for this last 32 minutes.
And Be a goal kick for Hanover. Is there another substitution, or? Yeah, there is another substitution, this time for Hanover.
Number 34, Omar Dizdar. Going off, number 24, Andrew Falisco.
Dizdar checks back in. Had a shot on goal in the first half. Now what does Transylvania have here after Hanover kicks it out of play? Gotta wonder if Hanover's or if Transylvania's trying to play mellow until the last few minutes, or they're still going to try to get aggressive pretty soon, because they need to pretty soon, already being down 1-0. And that pass just over the head, just in front of Dickman. Ooh, they call a corner?
Yeah, I guess they did. I'm not.
Someone may. I am actually blocked, so I may have missed a touch by. I don't.
That's
Hanover.
Interesting.
So corner kick number 3 on the day for Transylvania. What do they have in store?
Oh, good ball.
And
just trying to find that far top corner there.
Right play.
You could score on a corner kick, and that was almost dangerous.
Now, if you're Hanover, do you change the way you've been playing, or do you kind of switch up knowing you have a lead, kind of play some more defense?
If I'm Hanover, we're going to stay very aggressive because it's working. And I mean that both in the sense that we're going to be physical, but also that we're going to move forward when we can move forward.
Offsides.
We're going to try and get the second one. Especially given what happened a few weeks ago after they ended up losing after taking that first goal of the game. Now this one later in the contest, which matters. But still a long way to go.
Remember, Transylvania has not had a match this season in which they have not scored a goal. But now, here's Hanover, another opportunity here. Pass a little bit too far ahead.
That one needed to be on the ground.
Of Betts. An opportunity.
And now they'll get a corner.
Yep, last touch by Transylvania.
That little nuance in soccer, experienced soccer players understand there's a time to put the ball in your teammate's foot, and there's a time to try to find somebody through the air, and that one just had to be right at the feet, and then you've got a dangerous opportunity, and unfortunately overshot his teammate.
This is the first corner kick of the day for Hanover. So this could be very interesting here. Can they go up 2-0? Or does Transylvania get a stop? That was last touched. Transylvania, so another corner.
It's Jackson Holt coming out and being the aggressor there for Transylvania. Hanover shows, but doesn't take the opportunity to play short on the corner.
And Campos will kick it in. So take 2. This time over the goal.
It's a pretty good flick of the head, though.
And Holt, take a look at that again. And just over the net.
Substitutions for Transylvania. Coming in are number 2, J.T. Roden. Number 23, Nick Haskins. Number 14, Reese Heisel. And number 16, Patrick Hester. Going off, number 24,
substitutions in for Transylvania.
Number 17,
and if you're just joining us, they play an average of over 21 players every match. Oh, an opportunity here stopped. But now kind of back in control of Transylvania. trying to get at least a shot. And inside.
Such a good pass. That is an incredible pass.
And now a foul on Transylvania.
Really difficult to know what to do there. You almost have to one-time that thing. That was such a sharp pass.
Betts might have gotten a foot on that. Stop it.
Nice recovery, too, defensively. And that's one thing you asked about the aggressiveness of Hanover and whether you back that off at all. I mean, one thing you can do differently, and probably we'll see more of as we progress into the second half, is you can use that just clear the ball. In a worst case scenario, just clear the ball and then live to fight another day. And that's probably not a strategy you would be employing at 0-0 in the first half.
But a 1-0 lead is different here with 26 minutes to go here in the game. And some contact.
I like that he left that one out there.
Nice pass ahead, stopped. Marks. Now back in the hand, but not back in the foot of Chavez.
Just heard one of the Transy fans say you have to be tougher, and she was right. That it was a good win by Marks, but it was a 50-50 ball.
And that's really gone the way of Hanover this entire match. And now,
nicely played there by Holt.
Looking at Hanover. Again, lost in the championship match a season ago to Anderson in penalty kicks. Currently a 1-0 lead with 25 minutes to go. A trip to the NCAA Division III tournament on the line. Oh, nice pass ahead. They're able to save it.
Does manage to stay in.
Does.
I didn't think there was any way he was keeping that ball in bounds.
I did not either.
Now, if you're Hanover, you're in no particular hurry in these situations.
Although there is a player down.
So that'll stop the clock.
Substitution. There was Yearwood on the ground.
Freshman.
Substitution for Hanover.
Gotta hope it's nothing serious.
4,
Walking off the field his own power.
They got that sub in there pretty quick. Made me wonder if it was about time to sub anyway.
Hubert, throw in.
Again, here's where you see kind of we're gonna not be in a hurry, but the clock is stopped. That was almost an illegal throw, weirdly. Because, well,
an opportunity over the net and left.
Mentioned about that throw. He did this kind of stutter step thing, and sometimes you just see him do the same thing when they're kicking a penalty kick. But you've got to have 2 feet on the ground for it to be a legal throw, and he almost didn't. And it's going to be an important play here. It's going to be a good opportunity for Hanover. We got mouths running out there, and we're going to stop the clock. And
a yellow card.
Campos.
Just waiting for things to calm down. Again, these two teams not the best of friends whatsoever.
And again, here's another look at it. So just a misplay by Transy, and then rather than have a pretty good one-on-one, he just reaches out and trips him. And now we got the officials consulting about something.
Yellow card on Hanover, number 47, Patricio Campos.
Campos did receive a yellow card. fourth one this match. Again, 3 by players of Hanover and then 1 by Hanover head coach Matt Wilkerson.
Can be dangerous to have 4 players / coaches with that first yellow, because the second one, of course, results in an ejection, and in soccer, an ejection means you're playing down a player, assuming it was an actual player. But if you're Hanover and you say, 24 minutes in the second half, you've got 4 cards, they've got none, but you're up 1-0, you're going to take that one.
Now Campos. What does he have here? And stopped by Holt and goes out of play, last touched.
Someone caught, I think, a head on that strike from Campos. Here's another look at it. Someone in the wall just barely got it.
Now a corner kick here for Hanover. It's Campos again.
And is he taking the corners? He's taking the direct kicks. You can have a sense of why he's team leader in goals and gets a lot of assists as well.
And that one.
Transy didn't like it, but it's going to be another one.
Transy thought that was last touch by Hanover. We'll see that again. Again, it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. It was Reese Hizel who didn't like the call, but I think who also headed the ball out of bounds.
And an opportunity, goal shot just left.
Off the post. Got the post there. It was a good opportunity. Here it is again.
It.
Doesn't get a full strike on the ball, but just nicks the post there. Does Matt Burchett, the senior.
Another misplay here for Transylvania. What do they have here? Hanover, chance for the shot here. And
it's going to be another corner. And Transylvania can still win this game. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think we can say it enough times that I really am pretty surprised the degree to which Hanover has dictated the terms of this game over and over again and in so many different ways.
And if you're Hanover, you don't mind wasting some time here.
Yeah, they're not in any hurry, that's for sure.
And you could hear some of the Transylvania fans getting a little anxious about it.
There's a lot of strategies. You got to be moving, but that doesn't mean you got to be sprinting, right?
And now Transylvania chance with a reverse with a counter attack, but that's taken quickly.
That's got to be a foul, yeah.
That'll be a foul.
And that's got to be a card, yeah. And that was
Transylvania.
Miles McMillan on Hanover, and he's quietly had a good night. He's just very skilled at winning those 50-50 type plays.
Yeah, he's had a couple shots on goal tonight as well.
JT Roden's protesting, but I don't know what he really has to say. He fouled the heck out of him.
Marks. Bending kick. And last touched by Transy.
Watching the body language of Transy, just the lack of urgency.
You could kind of see from the start
That was maybe a bit of a dive there. Here we'll get another look at it. There was contact for sure, but yeah. Maybe more reason to protest for the crowd, for the fans, than a lot of the calls tonight. You could just see the way his body, like, kind of flailed. It was like, that wasn't real.
Clock stops at 20:28. And Campos will kick it in. It's been really all Hanover here in the second half. A whole lot of threatening, and Holt with the stop.
It's going to be a good opportunity to counter, but misplays it.
Misplaced again. Off the back of the foot.
And it's McMillan, who always seems to come out of there with it.
About a step too far ahead was Transylvania, but now a chance here. But they got to get some good passes. They have not had a whole lot of stellar passes today.
I keep calling Miles McMillan's name. He's another one of those guys for them. Junior midfielder, 5 goals on the season, plus an assist. An important player for them, and he's asserted himself in this game.
It's really been him and Pavlisko. And a foul. Looks like nope, no foul. Just
it's at least a throw in.
Last touched. And a yellow card on someone from Hanover. Marks potentially.
Yellow card on Hanover number 14, Carter Marks.
It is. So another yellow card for Hanover. But you know, you got to wonder if that's maybe also partly strategy to, you know, show the heart and then, you know, almost get into Transylvania's head a little bit. An opportunity here.
Ooh.
Nice defensive play from Hanover. Another nice one.
Yeah, to your point, you don't want to be racking up cards, but I do think the level of aggressiveness and physicality that Hanover has played this game from start to finish has gotten in Trancy's head a little bit. They seem less comfortable playing that way.
Transylvania.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
And so a couple of opportunities missed for Transylvania. And Hanover still with a 1-0 lead with 18 minutes to go.
Now we got to reset the ball probably. Oh. The ref just stopped the clock. You can't get carded in these situations if you, in the assessment of the referee, are wasting too much time.
And last touch again by Transylvania.
But glad to see it go well out of bounds, not in any hurry. Oh, who's going to take this throw?
Substitutions for Hanover.
A couple of substitutions for Hanover.
Number 24, Andrew Pavlisko.
Pavlisko checks
Going
back
off,
in,
number
had that
34, Omar Dizdar.
so far
Also
deciding
coming in,
goal
number 18, Gavin Yearwood. For number 4, Matt
earlier
Pachek.
this half,
And
around the
for Transylvania
56
coming
minute
on,
mark.
number 3, Leo Bill. Going off, number 9, Josh Carr.
Holt has it. Now let's see how this pass is, because that's kind of been an issue so far for Transylvania.
And again, they give it up.
Pavlisko. And
oh, that was
some contact, no call, letting it play through. What does Transylvania have here in the pass ahead of Transylvania player?
That's Barber for Hanover, who just blasts it. Mentioned earlier in the game how forward he was playing. He's playing a lot more defensive now.
Ball stayed in. What a save from Hanover. Marks again, making some plays deep.
Ooh, ooh.
A goal for Transylvania.
So good. Left footer. We'll get another look at it here in a moment. And suddenly, everything that Hanover's done well in this game suddenly threatened now with 16 minutes to go. Just a great strike.
How about that?
Here is another look at it. So a headed ball by Hanover goes right to the left foot for Transy.
So now knotted up at 1 apiece.
Didn't think we were going to get out of here early tonight, did you?
Well, one way or another, I'm getting back home pretty late tonight.
Substitution for Hanover coming on number 15.
Again,
that's so deflating for Hanover, and we'll see. I mean, maybe they respond on their own accord, but man, for them to have played as well as they've played so far in this game, and it to be 1-1 now against the number 1 seed, who's also at home at this point in the game.
And now the crowd really getting into it as well. The Transylvania heavy crowd here. Granted, it is at Transylvania, so it would make sense. Here in Lexington, also a nice night as well. Temperatures in the mid to low 50s. At least at kickoff. How about this? In the first 60 minutes, we didn't really have much. We didn't have any scoring at all, and now 2 goals in the last 15 minutes or so. In the last half hour, I should say. And another last touched. And so now if you're Hanover, what's the mindset? If you're Transylvania, you're probably feeling pretty good because you
feel great.
You haven't played your best match tonight, but you're still tied here with 15 minutes to go. And also, importantly, it's another match in which Transylvania scores. So every match this season, they have at least 1 goal.
Yeah, I think that the tough part for Hanover is to just stick with the plan. It's like, yes, that was deflating and, upsetting, devastating. But guess what? We've been the better team tonight, so keep doing it.
Well, tonight's Heartland Conference Men's Soccer Championship is a copywritten production of IndianaSRN and the HCAC. Any reuse of the video, audio, or any element of the broadcast without the express written consent of the IndianaSRN and the HCAC is strictly prohibited.
On the other hand, if you're Transy, can you find some momentum? Can you find some emotional boost for these last 15 minutes? Because suddenly you know that you're 1 goal away from winning this thing.
At this point, you're right. Any goal here could be the deciding goal. But Holt again. So if you're Transy, again, you haven't played a clean match. You're still not trailing in this match anymore. Like I said, the better team can be playing for 89 minutes, but that 1 split second, that like a counterattack or just a lack of judgment can really change the outcome of a match, and so far that's kind of been the case because it's really been all Hanover really this match until, you know, the last 2 or 3 minutes or so.
Ball's going out of bounds there, but they got McMillan, little forearm after the ball was gone.
Transylvania, again, an opportunity here. Pass ahead and
nice job there by Barber for Hanover to again just be the more aggressive player.
So goal kick here for Hanover. Under 12 to go here in this championship match. Trip to the NCAA tournament here on the line. Uh-oh. Opportunity here for Transylvania, quickly stalled by Hanover again. Hubert has made a couple of nice plays on the defensive side to stop the momentum of Transylvania.
Ooh.
Valiant effort from Transylvania to try to block the outlier kick. Oh, nice
ball.
pass ahead.
Good
and
ball.
Tipped. Almost another goal for Transylvania and a goal kick, and now you start to feel the momentum really shifting to Transylvania's side.
Here's another look at it. Great job to get that second foot on that ball before it hits the ground.
Bill will be kicking it in for the corner kick.
Crucial save there, though, from Gutierrez.
And header. Save from Gutierrez.
And another important save from Gutierrez.
So 2 saves in the last 30 seconds of play for Gutierrez. Now the clock approaching 10 minutes.
Here's that corner. Trancy does win the position and gets ahead on the ball, but it's Gutierrez.
And called a foul.
Transy wanted advantage there. One of the fun quirks about soccer is you can acknowledge a foul but let the play continue. And there were 2 or 3 hands that flailed up in the air after that one. They wanted that play to continue.
It's an opportunity here for Transylvania.
Couldn't tell if that was Gutierrez or not, and then we got a collision.
Second collision that Gutierrez has been a part of today.
Acknowledgement of sportsmanship there between the 2 players.
Clock ticking under. 9 minutes left here in this championship match. Next goal could very well be the winning goal. We kind of saw something like this at the end of the first half for Transylvania, in which they started getting some goals, or started getting some shots on goals, or at least some shots going. In the beginning of the first half and second half for both these matches, it was really all Hanover on the offensive side, but in the second half or really in the last 15 minutes of both halves, 20 minutes in this half, it's been really all Transylvania dominating the offensive possession.
These long passes that Hanover are completing. Nice ball.
Nice effort, though, from Transylvania to try to get an advantage on that. Last touched. Transylvania.
Patrick Hester there, who won that little 50-50. Part of me thought he might have been able to keep that ball in bounds and just start the attack up the left sideline. Just taps it out of bounds.
For Transylvania, coming on is number 24, Nathan White. Going off, number 2, JT Roden.
More substitutions for both teams. And that one last touch by Hanover. So here's Transylvania for a goal kick. A lot of red jerseys. Now Hanover on the attack. Seven minutes to go here in this match.
Hanover wants a foul, but I like the no call there.
Yeah, most of the time tonight, that's kind of been a no call.
Body's tangled up. Someone falls down.
Transylvania now attacking. Getting past some defenders. For Hanover taking over. And now we'll use Holt. Try to clear it a little bit.
Holt seems a lot more comfortable than Gutierrez to be in that role of receiving that cross-field pass and doing something with it that's productive for his team.
A whistle.
Injury, I think.
Yep. And Transylvania can't quite see a number.
It's 11.
If it is, it would be Hill.
Going on for Transylvania, number 5, McKay Wheatley. Going off, number 10, Dylan Barnes.
Now clock under 6 minutes in this championship match in regulation.
It was 10, not 11. So Barnes actually leaves the game. That's important. He's a, oh wow, that's got to be a foul.
It should be.
And more than that, looks like.
Yellow card. Had a couple of clock stops.
It's White, I think.
Stoppages here in this second half.
Yellow card on Transylvania, number 24, Nathan White.
Would be the third of the day for Transylvania.
Hanover's first goal was it was on the opposite side of the field, but it was a situation somewhat like this. Free kick out near midfield is how it started.
And it was Pavlisco with the goal.
And he's in there now in the middle. And he'll go up and try to get it.
Ooh. Well, backwards kick. What does Hanover have here? And will be a corner.
With that bicycle kick to get that play going. I knew he was going to go for it. I just didn't expect him to strike it as well as he did.
Really good opportunity.
And per usual, it's going to be Campos who goes out there to take it.
5 minutes in regulation. The next goal could potentially be the winning goal. Campos puts it in. And it's stopped by Transylvania. Campos gets it back. And an opportunity. Last
corner.
touched again by Transylvania. It's another corner.
It was a good job by Campos there to go back out and knock it back in.
Campos. Hanover a chance.
Yeah, he kind of climbed his back.
So Transylvania escapes.
Well, maybe he's calling it a goal kick. Maybe it just went out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah, they go out. And Hanover will get the possession back. Could we be seeing some free soccer today?
Producer definitely wants to get his money's worth on this trip.
We'll find out the answer in the next 3 minutes.
So, rule there in soccer, if you intentionally pass it back to the goalie, they can't pick it up except when you head it, like you just did there.
So Hanover with possession. Now go back to Transylvania.
And at this stage, now you can't just sort of energetically prepare for the next 2 minutes and kind of throw everything at the wall, because you know you might have to play another 2 short periods of overtime.
2 10-minute periods.
Which is basically, you know, half of a half. So you almost have to be in conserve mode in terms of your body's readiness for that, unless you have a really good opportunity.
Most like Transylvania had there, although it'll be a corner kick now, so here's an opportunity for Transylvania.
It's a little careless defensively. I didn't think he needed to do that.
90 seconds left here in this match in regulation. The kick. The header. And saved by Gutierrez.
Another left-footed strike that just found a way through all those bodies.
1 minute. Take a look at that again.
Get another look at it. So many bodies in there.
So we're potentially looking at overtime here, but Hanover trying to get one last shot. Holt will handle it. "20 seconds. And Hanover will clear it. We may have some free soccer here.
8, 7, 6.
And it looks like we
5,
will
4,
as the
3,
clock runs out
2,
here in this second
1.
half. 90 minutes, not enough here in the
regulations,
HCAC
of
tournament.
Transylvania
Take a short
and
break
Hanover,
here.
1 apiece.
This is the HCAC Championship here on HCAC TV and powered by IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt?
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot? It's not a game.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Mandy made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Minutes was not enough For the HCAC men's soccer championship, Sean Shepard alongside Chris Schumerthen. Well, the rules here for extra time, 2 10-minute periods, golden goal, which means next score wins, and if no one has scored in the next 20 minutes of game time, penalty kicks will decide it.
And penalty kicks, of course, is such an interesting way to finish any kind of athletic contest, because it's kind of anyone's, it's a completely different thing and competition than a soccer game. So let's see what this next 20 minutes looks like.
They did switch fields again, so Transylvania in the grayish uniforms, Hanover in the red.
See who's got something left in the tank as much as anything. Lots of room on that right side, and that's Pavlisco again. Serve it.
You got to wonder, the more time that goes by, the more advantage Transylvania has because of all the subs they can use in fresh legs.
And if it's penalty kicks, I think they have the advantage there as well, not because I know anything about the penalty kickers, but because if you're at home, the crowd is on your side.
It's a fantastic crowd here tonight.
In football, in American football, they talk about, try to win it if you're on the road late in the game with a 2-point conversion or something like that, versus if you're at home, play for overtime. Kind of a similar concept.
Saw that in some high school sectional games last night. Almost a handball.
I'll also say that in this game, the Hanover has possessed the ball more. They've been more physical. They've outplayed Transy. I think I'm comfortable saying that. But all that goes away once you get to those penalty kicks, and then all of a sudden it doesn't matter who's more physical. It just matters who's going to convert those kicks. And both teams have a number of potent goal scorers, so.
Both teams have a lot of players in the top 10 in the conference in total goals. Hanover attacking here. And looks like they're calling for a corner kick.
That was Hanover's Omar Dizdar, who does have a card in the game, who was able to sneak by there on the left side and make that play. Arguably, a lot of contact. Could have maybe called a foul on him.
Cantos. First opportunity here for Hanover in overtime. Again, next goal wins. Header. Wide right. Transylvania will have the goal kick.
Point out something that may be obvious. Both of these teams did have some ties during the regular season, but they've had no occasion or reason to play in any sort of overtime or penalty kick situation.
Transylvania, an opportunity here. Over the goal. Game just about ended there. Instead, Hanover survives another minute.
I think that header came after a little bit of a deflection by the Hanover defender. It's a good job to adjust in the air and still find enough. Here it is. Yeah, the first.
Four minutes gone by in the first overtime. Here's Hanover. Errant pass. Transylvania counterattack opportunity. They're going to call a foul and a trip.
Interesting. I thought that was sort of incidental.
Calling a...
Compared to some of what we've seen in this game.
Calling a yellow card.
It's Cole Hubert. Just kind of nicks his ankle, I think, is what happens. Yeah. I didn't think it was malicious, but obviously the referee saw something different.
You also got to remember the rivalry between these two teams.
Well, and it's at a stage in the game, too.
An opportunity here for Transylvania. And will be a corner kick.
Have to think that was a misplay by Andrew Beck for Hanover. Ends up tapping that out of bounds. I think he meant to play it forward.
So another opportunity here for Transylvania to get a shot. And over the goal and out of play. A goal kick
we'll get a
for
sub
Hanover.
Here.
Substitution for Hanover. Coming on as number 12, Brandon Seabaugh. Replacing number 14, Carter Marks.
The other interesting thing about this point in the game, and I think it's a little bit early, is I believe that penalty kickers have to be on the field at the end of the match. And so sometimes what happens is if you have a guy who's really reputably good at penalty kicks, but he might not be among your best 11 players, you got to get him on the field just to be eligible to participate in that part of the competitiveness.
Take a look at that again. Those two really just...
Yellow card on Hanover, number 24, Andrew Pavlisco.
That one struck me as a lot more worthy than the previous one. Nice little body check there from Pavlisco.
Just keep an eye out. Clock still stopped, halfway through overtime number 1.
Another call and even card that can occur in soccer is basically for persistent infraction. And so, again, as the number of players for Hanover rack up who have yellow cards, what a danger that is if one of them would pick up a second card. That wouldn't matter. Go ahead. That wouldn't matter so much in a penalty kick situation, but for these next 15 minutes, you don't want to be playing one down.
Transylvania trying to attack. Hanover. And looks like last touched. Hanover goes out of play. Transylvania, another chance to attack.
It's McMillan trying to get fancy with it over there on the right sideline. Doesn't work out.
Pass ahead. And Gutierrez with the stop. Hanover trying to find some momentum here in overtime. Have only had the one opportunity early in overtime, and since then it's really been all Transylvania on the offensive side.
I think what the ref decided there was that the ball was out of bounds maybe before the Transy play. Oh, no, he called a foul.
And he did call a foul.
Oh, now we got
a yellow card.
I think that's a bench player. He's going to go back and talk to him again. Coach wants an explanation.
Another yellow.
Is that an assistant coach?
Not sure.
Because if it was Wilkerson, his day would be over.
We'll find out.
One way or another, there's a lot of cards on Hanover players and coaches.
We'll find out in just a matter of a couple moments potentially. Was an assistant, it sounds like. Uh-oh, an opportunity here, saved from Gutierrez.
Gutierrez really made some important plays at the end of the first 90 minutes, but also into overtime.
Kick ahead. 2 minutes here in the first overtime. I gotta feel like this first overtime's kind of been all Transylvania. A lot of opportunities here. Playing much better soccer as of late. An opportunity here. And Transylvania cleared just a bit. So they're calling an advantage, just an advantage right now.
Good idea there from Pavlisco.
Couple of headers.
Good decision by Campos to just bring that one down on his feet.
Clock
Got
approaching.
the space to do it.
Clock approaching a minute here in overtime one.
One minute left in the period.
Oh, good hustle. But
said they called that out. It'll be a goal kick.
Yep.
Substitution.
Substitution for
final minute.
Coming on number 23, Nick Haskins. Going off number 7, Cole
Pavlisco tried to chase that one down. Tries to just save it into a teammate that would have been in good position. Oh, good ball.
An opportunity here. Pavlisco. 35 seconds. It was last touched.
His only chance there was to go 1 through 2.
Transylvania.
Oh.
Hanover.
I thought that touched his hand.
Some contact, no call. Ten seconds.
10.
Yeah, he's still got to call something.
7, 6,
yeah.
5.
They called.
If that's on. Oh no, they're just gonna give time so that they can have this kick, basically. I thought he was gonna give a card.
So 4 seconds.
Three, 2, 1.
And it's stopped as clock expires. So first overtime done.
In a situation like that, the ball has to, even if that were to be a little more dangerous, the ball has to be across the line before the clock expires. not so much when the ball is kicked or headed.
We'll take a short break here. Come back with Overtime 2 here on HCAC TV and powered by IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Minutes not enough here for the HCAC championship game for men's soccer. Sean Shepard alongside my broadcast partner Chris Schumer. And Chris, I really felt Transylvania was a lot more aggressive in overtime.
Yeah, overtime. The first overtime period was a little bit frantic, kind of in both directions, but Transylvania did have some good opportunities. Weren't able to finish on any of them. But yeah, it didn't feel at all like in that first overtime period that Hanover had some of the control of the game that they had for much of even the second half. So it'll be interesting to see here. You know, you can't make a mistake. So, you know, there's some incentive for conservatism. But then on the other hand, if you have an opportunity, it's totally worth taking a risk up front if you have the prospect of maybe avoiding penalty kicks if you can just get anything through.
Well, if you're just joining us, second overtime, 10-minute period. Golden goal, which means next score wins, and if no one scores in the next 10 minutes, it'll be a penalty kick. You know, at first it'll be 5, but if it's tied for 5, it'll just be until one scores and one doesn't.
And again, the importance of who's on the field to determine who can be a kicker in that next segment. You often see goalies take penalty kicks, at least in part for that reason, because they are an option.
And second overtime underway. Hanover touched it last. Transylvania first. 10 seconds in. Now have a chance to attack. And now Hanover has it. Blisco. And that one over even the support net. To being a goal kick for Transy. Belted down. And last touch by Hanover.
An injury.
I don't think that's an injury. That looks like a cramp. Stretching it out.
He's trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, the cramps are not fun. He's hobbling a little bit. Now Transylvania back on the offensive side. Hanover clears it. He's
back on the ground.
Yeah, he's down. He's hurting.
Tries to get up.
Trying to get up. So substitution will be made. 8:26 go here in overtime 2.
Substitution for Transylvania. Coming on number 5, McKay Wheatley. Going off number 28, Stone Work.
Hanover again over the support net. It's the second time it's happened in the last couple of minutes of play.
McMillan trying to say that it touched a Transy defender. Get your chest back on a play like that, and it's easy to send that through the uprights, as opposed to keeping your body over the ball.
Now Transylvania a chance here. Nicely played by Hanover on the defensive side.
Ooh, I thought Campos got fouled there. Playing pretty deep there for...
A little bit of contact.
Uh-oh. Very fortunate for Hanover. I can't tell if that would have been in the box or not, but I did think I saw a grabbing of a body and a flinging, which could have very easily been a foul. Again, I don't know if it was in the box or not. It was kind of right around that line. If you're an official, you don't want to have to make a call that, you know, determines the outcome of the game, but that one was pretty rough, or at least from what I saw. He had a much better angle at it than I did, I'm sure.
A funky start to the second overtime here. No real momentum.
Transy not in any hurry.
Substitution. Nope. Playing it in. Substitution at the next whistle, it appears. And now Hanover try to get some space. The Transy gets it back. And a foul on Transylvania.
Was just looking. I think we do have updated numbers now. We didn't for a while. We've got 7-3 yellow card count, Hanover to Transylvania, but 16-14 foul count, Transylvania to Hanover. So Transylvania more fouls than Hanover, but in the judgment of the official, some of those fouls for Hanover were a little more egregious. We got all kind of people diving on the ground.
Hanover here trying to get an opportunity to get a shot. Pass ahead, and Holt put a stop to that. Boots it. Halfway through overtime 2. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on Hanover.
That's an example of what we were talking about earlier, where you try to let a play develop a little bit, and then, you know, it's like in basketball, they always like, oh, there's a late call. You know, that was a late call intentionally. You're allowed to bring the ball back to where the foul occurred if the play doesn't develop in a way that puts an advantage on the team that got fouled.
An opportunity here. Oh, almost dropped from Gutierrez. Almost danger for Hanover.
Oh.
Uh-oh, and a bad pass from Hanover. Take a look at this again. And now Transy, an opportunity here to end the game as that kick goes over the net.
It was Beck who really misplayed that pass across the field to his teammate.
Substitution.
Substitution for Transylvania.
An unforced error as well. There wasn't any reason for either player to really be feeling urgent. Oof.
Another errant pass.
Hanover's getting a little sloppy for as well as they played for 75% of this match.
An opportunity here.
Oh, just
nice play from Transy, but Hanover gets it back, blocked.
There's Campos winding up. Transy wanted a handball.
And can this be a counterattack? Here's an opportunity here for Transylvania. And it's stopped by Gutierrez.
Nice job by Gutierrez there to keep the ball on the field even as his body may have been tumbling out of bounds. That drop, I think, was intentional as opposed to the previous one, which was a mistake that didn't end up costing him.
Under 3 minutes to go here in overtime 2. And a foul. And then a yellow card.
Yellow card on Transylvania number 5, McKay Wheatley.
You never want the numbers of a soccer game to be 7 yellow cards in one direction and 4 in the other. But I have to say, given the stakes of this game and the familiarity of the two teams and the physical way that Hanover likes to play, I'm not shocked by the numbers. But as an official especially, you don't want it to be that way.
Clock resumes under 2.5 to go. What does Hanover have here? And now here comes Transylvania, counterattack. Pass ahead. And it will be last touched by Hanover. But now Transylvania threatening here.
Looks like Beck wanted to, for a second, just let that go through to his goalie, but then he thought better of it. I think it was the right decision.
2 minutes. Does Transy have it in the score before the end of second overtime? And
that's a corner.
It's over. It'll be a corner kick. It was touched by a Hanover player.
Hezel for Transylvania, who wisely decided to see what he might be able to make happen on that.
90 seconds. And Transylvania chance here. And it's saved. Transylvania has it again, though. Opportunity here, and it goes out of play. It'll end up another corner kick. 1 minute.
What a crowd we have out here tonight.
It's packed. Even the entire fence is packed as well. An opportunity here. I'm not sure who touched it last. It was Hanover, so Transylvania, 30 seconds. Trying to get in quickly. Throw in.
It's got to be a foul.
And a foul.
Yeah, rightly so.
On Transylvania. It'll only be a foul.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
We're going to penalty kicks.
Not to stop the clock here, but I think it's because Hanover's just not in a position of the field that's dangerous.
We're going to penalty kicks.
End of overtime, Transylvania and Hanover tied at 1.
So how about this? The championship will be decided by penalty kicks. Take a break here, come back for penalty kicks here. This is the HCAC Men's Soccer Championship here on HCAC TV, empowered by IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt?
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot? It's not a game.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
HCAC Men's Soccer Championship decided by penalty kick. Sean Shepard alongside Chris Schumer. It'll be Hanover first, and Campos will be kicking first.
team leader in goals. And, of course, getting some momentum early on in the 5 kickers doesn't hurt. So who else would you run out there first?
First one up. Wide left. That's big for Transylvania.
Took a little bit of a stutter step there. Sometimes you're assessing which way am I going to kick the ball. Just wide left. And this is Dylan Barnes, again the midfielder of the year in the HCAC a year ago.
First opportunity here for Transy, and it's stopped by Hanover.
How about that save from Gutierrez? Just read it right from the beginning.
So no one scored so far.
Here it is again. Gutierrez is going that way the whole time.
Each team will have at least 5 tries. And the team with the most goals after that is going to the NCAA tournament.
And the one exception in terms of what you just said would be if you mathematically win before the 5th kick is taken.
That is very true. Goal for Hanover.
I believe that was Snowden.
It was.
Just top left. I mean, not many goalies getting to that one. It's dangerous spot to aim for, and who knows if that's what he wanted to do, but well executed.
White next for Transylvania. And White scores.
And White's gesturing to the refs, or to the fans, getting his crowd into it.
A very heavy Transy favored crowd. Take a look at that again.
So Transy's first 2 kickers go to their right, and Gutierrez is left, but this time Gutierrez guesses the other way.
McMillan.
The guy we've called his name a lot.
Stopped by Holt.
McMillan gave himself almost no run up at all there, which was interesting. One step and then a kick. And Holt's long body just enough to slap it away.
Bill, the next one for Transylvania. Chance for a lead here. And they take it.
Get it.
So now Transylvania with a 1-goal lead in the penalty kicks. Pavlisco
snuck by to the shooter's left and the goalie's right.
Pavlisco, the lone goal for Hanover in regulation, set to kick. And the kick in for Hanover.
Almost no celebration whatsoever, just routine for Pavlisco. Now it is tied, but Hanover has taken 1 more than Transylvania has. It's Wheatley for Transylvania.
goal. So, Hanover must score here to advance this penalty kick. Take a look at that again.
So now two good things have to happen for Hanover here. They have to score, and then they have to get a save.
Dizdar will be scoring. This could be the last kick of the night. And Hanover scores for the win. Transylvania
Here it is again. Just low to the right. Line drive.
Full Varela. Can he send Transylvania to the NCAA championship? Yes! To the NCAA tournament. Transylvania has won the Heartland Championship. What a match!
Well, we saw a little bit of everything here. And in the end, it's the home team. It's the number 1 seed. It's going to move on. They've certainly earned it with the season they've had. This crowd loves it.
It all comes down to the junior from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, Cole Barilla.
And you have to give Transy a ton of credit here because they were down 1-0, middle of second half, and quite frankly, they were getting outplayed. And they found a way to get that first one, and then since they got the first one, they really settled down, found some composure, and made this a heck of a match that finished in their direction.
So Hanover, runner-up in the Heartland Championship, in the Heartland Conference Championship game.
And you see guys lying on the ground. I mean, they expended so much in terms of energy in this game, in terms of physicality, but also just emotionally. They played well enough to win. They just didn't win. And that's always a tough outcome to let sit for a while.
An outstanding season, though, for Hanover, nonetheless.
Hanover will finish 14-5-2, and they'll finish second in the conference tournament for the second year in a row, which is so tough.
Feel free to watch these celebration. This will wrap it up here for Transylvania from Lexington, Kentucky, where Transylvania is the Heartland champions. Any final thoughts real quick before we wrap it up?
No, just huge congratulations to Transylvania. I'm sure they'll represent the conference well in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you all so much for watching tonight. This has been Sean Shepard and Chris Schumer signing off here from Lexington, Kentucky.